You are still my heroine. Oh, I'm nervous about what's gonna happen now. Oh, are we a fly on the wall for a private conversation between you and Tay, probably? Hold on a second, though. It's a new chapter. It's a new diary. Let's see. November 18th, but... Ah. I wondered. Because it said that he ripped out some pages. So 13th to 15th. I know there was at least two. Like maybe November 14, November 15. I can't remember what was on that, though. I'm pretty sure one page was at least me asking Red to go. Oh, that's a good sign. Well, November 18th. The second rehearsal I went to. I thought it'd all go well, but God. The girls who kidnapped me before kidnapped me again and locked me up in a warehouse. Everything turned dark, and I thought I'd be trapped in there all by myself. But, surprisingly, Red came for me. I was so thankful that it was Red who came to save me. I couldn't help but cry in his arms. But that was only for a moment, and Lance came, and we made a fuss about a ghost. It turned out that the ghost was actually Beatrice. I don't know why Beatrice needs a walk, but now I know for sure that Red's afraid of ghosts. And I explained everything that happened to me to everyone, and Red went into his room completely let down. I went after him, and he told me what was making him so nervous. Red's anxious about not being special. I wanted him to know that he's awesome enough without special powers, and comforted him. I hope he cheers up soon. Well, at least First Alden ripped those pages out. So, there's that. Oh, and phone. Probably nothing in the phone, but might as well check anyway. Nope, okay. I know what you want to say. Yeah, you're probably blaming yourself already. You can't help being slow. It's not your fault. Hey. But I don't want her to suffer. I'll try to keep an eye on all the girls who approach you now. Tay. You're not calling me the commander anymore? Just... I feel like the world I've dreamt of is becoming pointless, and getting further away from me. Red, without a dream, the doll maker will laugh. Don't be so down. You'll still be able to make her happier than I can. This is true. You're absolutely right. I should feel bad for you, but I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. Huh? So keep taking care of her. She probably has feelings for you, too. If my eyes aren't wrong, I mean. But I'm just not confident anymore, Tay. She knows all your strengths, so don't be so nervous. Whatever happens, you'll protect her, right? Since that is the concept you were released with. That's true, but do I deserve to? You deserve to much more than I am. No, actually, I feel like you're the only one who can do it. What do you mean? I feel like you can fill up the part she's lost. The part she's lost? Yeah, I can't really explain, but... a little piece that's missing in her heart. I feel like you'll be able to fill up that last piece. How does Tay know about all this stuff? Now I'm really suspicious. The diary thing, okay, I was kind of willing to let it slide, where he's like, I'm gonna just give her amnesia by ripping out all her pages. But this, he also knows about the collecting of pieces? Something's weird. She'll become perfect thanks to you. I want to see that. So take care of her. Since she means so much to me. Thanks, Tay. Wish the feeling was mutual, but no. Well, my phone rang. I'm a couple memories short. Who Who is it at this hour? Oh, hello, Red. You haven't forgotten practice, right? Oh, right, your acting was great yesterday, heroine. You mean my triple dot. Alright, gonna click on that. There we go. The text is from Red. I sent a short reply and got up. We did? I haven't forgotten, so don't worry. I stretched my arms and practiced my vocalization. La 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 la. I've been practicing really hard for the play with Red. The embarrassment and awkwardness I felt at the beginning were almost entirely gone. Thanks to that, I've been sincerely devoting myself to practice. If before I used to worry at the thought of the festival, now I feel excited. But midterms are right before the festival. I want to get back in bed. I hear you, girl. Again, the breakfast Tay just cooked was waiting for me at the table.
This soft-boiled egg is perfect.
Really? I never thought to hear that from you, Lance. Lance looked uncommonly satisfied, I'll say.
I always fail at adjusting the temperature and they come out bad.
The most crucial thing is time. I'll show it to you next time when we cook together.
Wow! Then teach me during dinner time today. Culinary practice is good, but I think studying for midterms is more urgent. Lance, that's unfair.
Yeah, it is. Let him learn his eggs, please. I drooped too and added. Yano puffed his cheeks. How's the studying going? Not well, I answered gloomily. To make an excuse, I was busy rehearsing for the play. But honestly, I'd have given the same answer even if I didn't have the rehearsals, so I didn't bother to add the excuse. Wow! Look, there's cheese inside the eggs! What?
Enjoy it as much as you want. Since the fact that there's cheese inside the eggs fascinates you, it must be nice to have no worries.
Oh boy. Huh? Worries about what? Midterms. The exams? Yeah. Red was excitedly stretching his cheese, but froze at Tay's words. How did he get the egg? How did he get the cheese inside a boiled egg? I want to be with Yana for that lesson, please. At that instant, the cheese dropped and fell to the plate.
You always play online games when you come back after rehearsals. Or you watch the TV with me.
Come to think of it, I've never seen Red study. I always see him stare out the window or sleep in the classroom. Tay said playfully. Oh no, Red. Red's mouth suddenly dropped. Oh.
Oh.
Tay, help me study for the exams. Huh? Tay? When was the last time I heard Red call Tay by his name? I don't even know. He always called him Commander. Did he change his mind after yesterday? But no one pointed it out, so I decided to stay still as well. If you can understand, then of course. Red seemed happy from hearing that, but I don't think it's something to be happy about. Tay was still grinning playfully. Yana watched Red, who still didn't notice, with slight pity. Midterms. I feel more comfortable when I think I'll just cram the night before. But cramming doesn't work for math. You can't solve problems just by memorizing, and the teacher always twists the questions. That's true. You can always memorize stuff for history or science, but math is a different animal.
Math is hard for me, too. So I'm jealous of Lance.
Lance? Oh, right. I think Lance has a natural gift for math. Since he was a doll before, he must now know most of the background knowledge, but he effortlessly solves each and every problem. He often solves problems on the blackboard, and every time, the students stare at Lance and not the math problem in front of them. Anyways, he's really admirable. I looked at Lance with envy. As I stared at him, Lance frowned a bit.
What is it?
You're admirable. Lance, can you let me peek into your magical notes?
I do not have such notes.
You know, the one with all those strange equations is what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
What? Why?
I can imagine what your grade will be since you just call the math equations strange.
Aw, ouch. I felt like crying because of his brutal words.
I want to see too. Lance's amazing math notes. Everyone in our class talks about them.
I know, right? Yano's this desperate too. Isn't there a way to convince him? I looked at Lance with burning eyes of determination.
Please do not look at me like that.
Hey, it's not as if it'll wear out just by us looking. So can't you please let us see it? Please?
It will wear out.
How? I'll just photocopy it and return it right away,
I'll look at it with Master. So can't you just let us see it once?
To be honest, it was too late to study for the exam properly. Besides, I had play rehearsals every day. I shouldn't expect to do well on the exams this time. But I don't want to bomb it completely. Hey, I got you covered, girl. There ain't no math in our exams. I've got these questions. I got them perfect last time, so pressure's on. It might help if I just see Lance's notes. As Yano and I pleaded desperately, Lance gave in and let out a sigh.
I have no choice then, since you both are so desperate.
You're letting us see it?
Except on one condition.
What is it?
Change the script for the play.
No! What? What does he mean, the script for the play? I felt confused at the sudden mention of the play and asked back. What is your thing? What is your dealio with kissing, man?
The play you are acting in. I studied the script last time and noticed a couple obscene parts in it. Particularly in the most important last scene.
Were there? To be honest, I was so focused on rehearsing for the earlier parts that I haven't read the script till the end yet. How bad is it for Lance to hate it that much? What's obscene about that? Red stood up and stuttered when he heard Lance's words. You're more obscene for taking it that way. The scene merely expresses an innocent and beautiful emotion. Besides, the last scene is supposed to be impactful. Huh? What's the last scene like? That's... Red's face turned red and he started stuttering again. Well, if it's not obscene, why won't you tell me about it? Why are they bickering about it so much? Is it that bad? I should read the script later.
Impactful? Well, that is none of my business, but the quality of the script did suit your level of intelligence. However, as a festival conductor, I consider the last scene very inappropriate for students.
Then you can just ask them to change it. Does he need to ask me to change it as a condition for letting me read his notes? Lance's eyebrows flinched a bit from what I said.
This is what I wished to do, but that irritating class president girl was opposed to it, saying it won't be romantic, and gave such nonsensical reasons, so I was unable to.
You're talking about Soy.
So tragically, the script had to be left as it is. Anyways, if you convince the club members to change the script, I will show you my notes.
That was a difficult condition. Technically, I am the female lead, but it's basically just a supporting role. Will they change the script just because I ask? Besides, if it's the last scene, isn't it pretty important? I was contemplating for a while when I felt Lance's stare.
And you, too.
What?
You should have read the full script beforehand.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Lance let out a deep sigh. He likes to do that. Does he hate the script that much? You have no idea. I made a note to myself to read it and continued eating my eggs. I'm surprised you haven't read the script, actually. That's like the first thing you should do. Red still seemed pissed and kept on frowning. I hate that jerk. I'm okay with him insulting me, but insulting the other members? Hey, he didn't insult the club. He just asked to change the script. If you think about it, he insulted the script rather than the drama club. Anyways, what's the last scene like, anyways? What? The last scene? So... Huh? it's a play. It's definitely not because I have a hidden motive or anything, or something like that, or whatnot, or... What are you going on about? Red was babbling on, and I had no idea what he was saying. You're looking mighty suspicious, sir. I seriously have to read that script. Anyways, Heroine, are you really going to ask the members to change the script? Red hurriedly changed the subject. I was thinking about that too, so I groaned. Oh. Well, I really do want to see his notes. Should I at least try and bring it up? I would have to be careful not to hurt their feelings. Shouldn't you read it first before you ask to change it? Oh, we don't have rehearsals tomorrow. Really? Yeah, so I'll go pick you up after school. Whenever we don't have rehearsals, Red comes to the classroom to get me. The girls would have gotten more jealous for sure, but Red seems to have chosen to face it. But all the girls in my class will probably shriek to see him. I'm already irritated by all the noise. And if you don't have anything tomorrow, do you want to go to Banjul with me? Banjul? Yeah, the chocolate cookies you bought were so good I wanted to go too. And Tay told me to drop by a couple days ago. Yeah, sure. But... Huh? You don't call Tay Commander anymore. Oh. Way to ruin the mood, cutie. The music stopped. Red flinched when I pointed it out. Did he think I wouldn't notice? He looked as if he was caught doing something. I won't call Yano yellow anymore, too. Why? Just... Red kicked around a stone and looked elsewhere. And he raised his head after a good while and said to me, I had a lot of thoughts after hearing what you said before. Red was smiling, but he looked lifeless for some reason. Hey, let's not talk about sad things. Anyways, I want to get you some tasty things at Banjul, since you always bought for me. Oh, yeah. You can't forget it. It's tomorrow, okay? Okay. Red exaggerated and said energetically. I gave a small smile and nodded. Going to Banjul with Red. It was the first time going somewhere with Red after the amusement park. I'm a bit excited. Coffee date, yay! I love me some coffee dates. I think this is the first time one of them has asked me to go to Banjul on a date. Instead of, I'm like, hey Lance, you want to go to Banjul with me? Hey Yana, you want to come to Banjul with us? That's kind of a nice switch. Ugh, I'm getting tangled in my cord again. I could see a couple students studying for the exams from the morning. I really didn't feel like studying, so I took out the script. What the hell is in the last scene anyways? I was flipping through the pages when someone came in front of me. Can't believe you're leisurely practicing for the play when the exams are right in front of us. I'm so jealous. Oh, hey. Zoe and Shimby put down their bags on their seats.
How's the play going?
Oh, well, it's going okay. Except for the simple fact that we might have to change the whole last scene, everything was going smoothly. Red walked you to the classroom again, right? Oh, yeah. No one's been approaching Red these days. Huh? A lot of girls used to cling on to him before. Some even put you in danger last time. She must be talking about how she had to save me before. And I was even locked in a warehouse recently.
Come to think of it, I don't see those dangerous girls around these days.
Well, Tay, where did you hide the bodies? I'd like to... Well, no, you know what? It's fine. I'm okay with it this time around. Yeah, I heard that it's because Red's been avoiding girls these days. Where did you hear that? You didn't know I have my own sources? But I heard something more bothersome. What is it? The rumors say that you apparently went to the amusement park with Red. I flinched. Where the hell did that rumor come from? It's a public place. You don't think some people from your school were gonna be there? I secretly broke out in cold sweat. Huh? You're not denying it. You really did? Soy looked at me with surprised eyes. I mean, I think basically the whole school knows that we've gone by this point. So, yeah. I did go to the amusement park with him. Yeah, I did go to the amusement park with him. What?
It was a date.
It wasn't anything like that. I was flushed from what Shimby mumbled. Come to think of it, that little girl said something similar. I get it. What? I knew it! I had this weird feeling. Soy made these weird horns on her head with her fingers and made a huge fuss. Oh. Anyways, since this happened, I'll make sure to back you guys up. What? So you back up Tay and I. Soy seemed excited to reveal the rumor that's been going around. I don't think she'll listen, even if I tell her it's not true. But you kind of have a weird taste in men. Thanks. Soy said while patting my shoulders. It's coming from the girl who likes a psychopath. Weird taste in men. When I looked surprised, Soy said it while spreading her fingers. I can't believe it's Red, and not anyone else in the Hot Five. I already did everybody else. Red was the only one left. What do you mean? He is hot, but he always feels aloof somehow. He is popular since he's not cute and nice, but it feels like he's trapped in his own world. Just like...
He's like the school nurse.
He is nothing like the school nurse. She'd take that back. That's what I mean. What? How the hell are they alike? So I shook her fingers when I told her it made no sense. Think about it. Mr. Eugen has a handsome face, but he lives in his own creepy world. Such a waste. So I smacked her lips. Okay. Red's energetic and pretty hot, but he seems like he has his own world that other people don't really understand. Yeah, but it's not a creepy world, and it doesn't make him creepy. It just makes him really positive and stuff. I don't know. I think he's pretty normal.
And they're also alike in the sense that they are both so innocent, yet they don't realize it.
I don't know about any of you guys, but innocent is not a word that I would associate with Mr. Eugen. Personally. I don't know. Nope. What? Well, are they? After hearing what they said, I thought they might be right. I think it's complete hogwash, but sure. But the Red I saw this morning didn't look like he wanted to continue playing the Justice Warrior. No, actually, come to think of it, he looked like he just gave up. Oh, that's no good. Red's own world. As Soy and Shimby said, Red did have his own world. At least a few days ago. But Red changed a bit ever since I got locked up in that warehouse.
Come to think of it,
Shimby woke me up from my thoughts.
Mr. Eugen asked for you.
Well, thanks, guys. It's only like just before the bell's gonna ring. Couldn't you have told me that earlier? Close my script. Why the hell did he call for me? Good luck! Since you're weird enough to date Red, you might be okay with the school nurse, too. Shh. I worried someone might hear and put my index finger on my lips. After seeing that, Soy grinned mischievously and squinted her eyes. You guys are terrible sometimes. My trudging footsteps were heavy and sluggish. It's always like this when I head to the infirmary. I thought about what Soy said while walking the long path. Is Red really similar to Mr. Eugen, like what Soy said? I'm getting goosebumps at the thought of it. Let's pray that Red doesn't get into a serious condition as Mr. Eugen did. I opened the infirmary door. Well, at least it's always entertaining to see you, Mr. Eugen. Even though I have no idea what I'm going to get into this time. Oops.
Oh, finally. What took you so long?
I was told late. Ah, what's in that? As soon as I went in, Mr. Eugen's complaint greeted me, and in his hand was a triangle flask that held some questionable liquid. The color was eerie as hell. How the hell did he make that color?
Do you want to know?
I didn't hesitate to shake my head.
Now, hold this and tell me when the color changes. I have to drink tea with Beatrice.
What? But I have class soon.
That is none of my business.
But midterm exams are coming up. Of course it'd be fun and good to miss class, but still, the exams are right around the corner. But it seems as if Mr. Eugen has no concern for my grades. Why would he?
Well, if the color changes, I'll let you drink it first.
What? This is a drink? Mr. Eugen's glasses flashed dangerously. I'll miss class and do whatever you tell me to, just don't make me drink this. I silently took his flask. He's so stubborn. How the hell did he become a teacher? The liquid in the flask stinks. What is in this? I don't know what he's trying to make, but I should leave as soon as the experiment is over. I'll be in trouble if he changes his mind and tries to feed it to me.
Oh, Beatrice, I know how lonely you were after I went home. Your lumbar vertebrae is very beautiful today as well. Perfect.
The weird smell spread throughout the infirmary. I was amazed by how that didn't stop Mr. Eugen from whispering his love to Beatrice. If I change the situation a bit, would I be able to find something in him that's similar to Red? I don't think so. For example, if I imagine that Mr. Eugen is Red and that skeleton model is me, then Red would definitely say this? Oh, say this. I'll protect the heroine. I want to realize my hidden powers right away. Red is sincere to everyone, but he does seem strange to others, just as Soy pointed out. Hogwash, I say. Mr. Eugen? I gathered up the courage to call him.
What is it? Has the color changed?
Mr. Eugen didn't even look at me and asked. No, that's not it. Can I ask you a personal question?
A personal question?
Mr. Eugen finally looked at me. I could see that he was immensely annoyed.
How naughty of you to interrupt my time with Beatrice. But I'll make an exception and let you.
I almost tilted my head to see him say yes so easily. I'm shocked too. Am I lucky today? Mr. Eugen, you're a bit strange compared to other people, aren't you? Well, that's a nice thing to say. I tried not to say anything sensitive, but I couldn't think of any other word and had to say strange. You have your own world or something like that. I just feel that way. What do you think about that? I hurriedly added. Mr. Eugen didn't get angry as I had expected and thought for a while.
The reason other people consider me strange is because they cannot see the things I can see.
I guess that's true. Since I can't see the beauty Beatrice's lumbar vertebrae has.
But I try in my own way to understand other people. For example, I don't turn violent towards people who don't understand the beauty of bones.
You're trying?
What more do you expect? But it's definitely not easy for me to understand others. So, I can do it because I'm highly intelligent.
Oh, okay, I see. Mr. Eugen was now completely facing me.
Because I'm intelligent, I was able to learn how to compromise with the world. That's why I can safely work under the academy system. When I go out, I mostly act like a normal person.
I see. Mr. Eugen acting like a normal person. I can't imagine it.
Well, but a genius like me is very rare. That's why those few people usually suffer from the general public, who think they're strange. We can say that the red-haired student who brought you here before is of that kind.
Red-haired student? Does he mean red? Mr. Eugen suddenly brought up Red. I was startled and widened my eyes. You remember Red?
Of course I remember. I'm a genius.
I've never seen your eyes glow purple before. That's kind of creepy. Oh yeah.
I don't know about other students, but I remember each and every one of those transfer students, who all have perfect bone structures. I sometimes study them when they pass by. Anyways, I sense something nervous about that boy. Of course, it's none of my business.
Something nervous?
Are you keeping your eyes on the flask?
It hasn't changed colors yet. Mr. Eugen pointed it out as if telling me to not forget my duty.
You know yourself that he's a bit strange, right? Like me, he tries to see what other people can't.
You think?
And because he's that kind of person, he's desperately building a world that will soon be shattered.
A world that will soon be shattered. But first, I'm really surprised at how sharp Mr. Eugen is. This is the most normal conversation we've had with him, and I'm actually really enjoying it. Excuse me. How can he know this much when he just passed by him?
But tragically, he seems like a fool who lacks the skills to pretend to be normal. That's why he always acts energetic to gather people around him.
I quietly thought of Red from what Mr. Eugen said. Then will he get disappointed someday? When the world he believed in shatters and he realizes he doesn't have any special powers, Red will...
The color has changed.
Huh? Oh! Mr. Eugen said in a low voice. I looked at the flask and was surprised. The blue liquid turned orange. The color changed.
I found it first. You're no help at all.
Mr. Eugen came towards me and took the flask, and he carefully looked in it.
This color and this consistency, this experiment might be a success.
What is it for? They say that curiosity killed the cat, but I couldn't stand it and ended up asking. I'd like to know too.
Do you want to know?
A little.
If you drink this, your bones become stronger.
Of course. What he just said was great, but I wasn't really interested in that medicine. Then should I just leave him to invent something magnificent and carefully head back to the classroom? That liquid medicine disturbed me just by its color. If I stay here, he might force me to drink. Then I'll head back to my classroom. Since class started.
Wait.
Aww. Mr. Eugen poured some of the liquid in the flask into a small glass bottle. Oh. He's not going to make me drink that, is he?
Take it.
No.
Take it!
Ugh. At his coercion, I took the bottle almost in tears. As I stiffly stood up and took the bottle, Mr. Eugen clicked his tongue.
It's just a little bit, so you don't have to be nervous.
Oh, okay.
It will be good for your body, but the experiment's not perfect yet, so be careful when you use it. And it'll melt fabric, so be careful.
It'll melt fabric, but you want me to put it in my body? What? Can I really drink something that frightful? I made a note to myself to never drink it and shut the lid tight. And anyways, thank you. I mean, in an odd way, this is him, like, he's showing that he cares for her, because he's like, I made a thing that's good for your bones. I'll give it to somebody I care about. Here you go. Even though it's kind of messed up. I think I'll just pass on drinking that. I hope nobody else drinks that. As I bowed, Mr. Eugen waved his hands and gestured me to get out.